Hello, and welcome to the podcast Lore of the Land. Here, me and my colleagues will discuss and bring to you the lore of our vast story. For our story expands far beyond the reaches of our planet, far beyond our planets and our solar system, and goes even past our galaxy and universe. It escapes the confines of our universe and it finds itself passing through the multiverse. It even escapes the confines of the multiverse and finds itself reaching itself into the omniverse and heavens. I am the announcer. These are my colleagues Lemon and Tater. Hi.
Hello, I am Tater. I am also the original writer of the story and the basic lore guy. I'm really just the writer. I kind of suck at art.
Hi, I'm Lemon. I'm a co writer of the story. I'm a major procrastinator, and I don't take too much seriously. Ever.
I suppose I should give a brief introduction to myself. I'm the announcer. I help co write. I'm going to help draw as much as I can with this story. And our first topic is our lore topic for this first episode is just the basic beginnings and a little extra information. Um, uh, Tater, if you would like, you can start with the description of how this all started. This multiverse universe
Okay,
omniverse
so
started.
this is already revealed. First, it was the father. The father created everything. He used to live in the void, decided that he wanted to create something new. So, bam, he created everything. And with that creation came his first two sons, Michael and Lucifer, the angel of creation and the angel of destruction. Both would be the leads to create the omniverse, the multiverse, and the universe. Each one being super like both of them being exact opposites in behavior. Lucifer would actually get, very, very jealous when the next thing he would create was humanity. He would create humanity, and then what would make him more jealous is he would create the angels. And with the angels, and with all these people coming over, he created the humanity, he created angels, and it kind of got him pissed. So,
Lucifer became more and more jealous as the story goes. He started a military coup. Am I right?
yep,
Against
military coup.
against the against the father, and as we know, it was and ended up with Michael getting the best of Lucifer and the father banishing Lucifer to hell.
The father would create hell just for Lucifer. However, Lucifer would escape and instead create the Voidkin. With Lucifer gone, the father needed something new instead of just the angels being around, no governing body, and he needed something to stricken and to make laws. So he would then create the Ground Council. The Ground Council would be created of seven angels. Lucifer would have been the seventh, but he would be soon replaced by the Angel of Life.
With the Grand Council, it brings upon our new the first change of lore. Um, the Grand Council is composed of seven grand angels, and now our in our story, in our lore, the grand angels are the highest level of angels in the hierarchy of hell. And no, Michael cannot become a grand angel. No random angel can become a grand angel through time and waiting and being promoted. The grand angels were created for their purpose. The grand angels were made grand angels, and they will always be grand angels, except for Lucifer, but that's for later.
Yep.
Each grand angel represents a moment, a force in the entire, in all of creation, i.e., the angel of life, the angel of creation, the angel of destruction, the angel of death, and so on and so forth. It, it and as Tater said, they are supposed to write rules and bring structure to the angelic armies while also serving for the Father and the Trinity and
Mm-hmm.
such.
So thing is, after ever thing is, in a certain point in time, the Grand Angel of Life would soon become the Son, reforming the Trinity,
And
as
then
he would be reborn. And it makes
thus,
sense and it does make sense because Bible's part of the
I
Bible and
mean,
such,
a lot of our lore follows the Bible
and it
here,
it it does.
and it also follows a lot of other lores, such as Greek mythology, and but we'll get into that much later for a later day. That's another story for a later day.
Hmm.
Um, right now we're just focusing on the essential basic lore.
Yeah. Uh. So yeah, the Grand Angel of Life would become the Son, as he would be reborn, and so that would actually leave a spot open. That would actually leave a spot open, and there would be no one to fill it. Humanity, as you
That's
know,
where
would fall from their place due to Adam and Eve. Uh, and then another war would start. This would actually technically be the first multiversal war. So what happened is this happened in Multiverse 001, where two sides. It was the fallen angels and their Nephilim versus a group of Nephilim versus a rebellious group of Nephilim, the angels, and what's left of
essentially
humanity.
essentially a civil war
Mm-hmm.
between false gods, quote false gods. They're not. It's not that they don't have any power. They're just not the Father.
Yeah. There's only one true God, and that is the Father. And so they call themselves gods, but they're false gods. They're the gods that you know mythology and stuff. I don't really want to explain too much, but they're
Much
all the
mythology, but
mythologies combined together. So
the
they start the
first,
civil war.
yeah.
They defeat the fallen angel. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. The first war was essentially just between the fallen angels, false gods, and then a division of false gods going against them.
Hmm. So the last of humanity, the false gods would find, and the rebellious false gods would find help from the angels, who would then they would finally push back and defeat them, killing off the bad false gods, and sending most of the fallen angels to hell.
Where they are thus trapped for all of eternity.
Yep.
We that concludes our current background lore segment. Most of the time, these whole podcasts will be whole ounces of lore and lore, just a lore dump essentially. Which brings us to our next point: is the reason for our podcast. The reason for our podcast is to accompany the story that we are going to write and to give a little more information just for those people who want to know.
Yeah.
You, it's not you're not going to miss out on anything if you do not listen to this podcast. You will just be brought more in depth to the story, and we hope we can bring that for you.
Yeah. So really, the reason I created this story is because originally this story was created 9 years ago. When I was creating this story, I actually was a FNAF fan, and that's
Or
I'm gonna get into it in a minute, but it's how I originally wanted the story to be, and then over time, it became this story with a tons of lore, and then these two guys came around. Lemon was the first to come around and be all like, "Oh, I like this, so let's come around." So me and Lemon started working on it, and then Announcer would come in and we would start working on it together. We used to have a lot. We used to actually have two more writers, but they have gone to do other things. But I think,
which we're sad to see, but we are happy that we've had them with us and still have contact with them.
yeah,
They've
uh,
just moved on to greater things.
they always do. And you know what? I do like that these guys stuck around because they've been a huge help to the story, and I've literally had dreams. I've had like this whole thought process because I think I have something to where I can think of a whole anime battle and I could see like fate level animation going around, punching, kicking, powers clashing, just beautiful, and that's how I see it in my head. I love writing stories and I love giving this all out appreciation for story, the love for a story and lore, not making a story just about something. You make it because you love it.
And we do have a unique writing style. Is we're literally sitting in a Discord call in our channel that we've made ourselves, and it's not just me, Tater, and Lemon just sitting in this Discord call chit chatting with the other writers who have gone on. It is an entire group.
Why do you keep muting yourself? Okay, but
It's
yeah,
fine. Sorry, interruptions. Sorry.
yeah, but
Um, it's a whole unique story of just a composition of unique people, and how this works is me, uh, Tater, and Lemon will come up with different arcs or different lines of path where the story goes, and we will tell these people who have their own characters and they will react. We will then write that down into a comic series, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Um,
we role play. Yeah, we do a lot of role play, and it actually works for us. Cause you know what? I love writing stuff down, but I get procrastinated with it. But if I feel like I'm actually interacting, I think it works for me. I love this the way we did it. And the arcs, the things we set up is not just set up by us, but other writers. And it's completely our own. The story is written in so many ways. And the and it's just nice cuz it's not a is cuz the lore everything matches and we can always make sure that the lore corrects itself. We can always do little fixes and changes. I just really like how we when we roleplay, we have freedom. We have freedom to put our characters and their personalities to good use.
yeah, it's just a unique way, and I've never seen. I don't that I know of. I've never seen a story written like this.
Yeah. When you roleplay as your character, you actually feel how they feel. You actually push your character. You provide that story. And that's why I truly like our style and I think it could work for most of our or any upcoming stories. Like there'll be stories I'll write by myself, such as with my books that I've released, or such as stories that I've dreamt up literally in dreams. But there's others that will require this kind of level of detail and writing that we do, the role playing we do.
Now we will be refining. That's why we're here. We refine the story and then release it. Like we fill in any plot holes and kind of change some dialogue to make it sound not that it was bad before, to make it just more of what the character wanted. You never know if the person who is role playing as their character is tired or you know just not in the mood to do it, and they didn't like that's not what the character would actually say. Well, they would we would be able to talk to them and change it and release it.
Yeah.
um Speaking of characters, we could do a list of just the not an extensive list of all the characters, but just a brief list of a couple of the characters you might see in the series.
Mhm. I think we should start off with the main characters. Like, well, the first since we're going to be explaining the first arc, we're going to start off with the characters you'll meet first. First off, we're going to be talking about my character. I roleplay. I literally rarely roleplay as anyone else. His name is Angel. Angel is, how am I going to say it? He is a straight Catholic male.
There's also a
Just that
mistake.
straight Catholic
I,
male who's a half angel, half human, who's just kind of. He's not unlucky, but he's a very smart kid,
Un-
but he
Unfortunate
also has the
circumstances.
worst common sense in history.
Yeah, and I guess we could go. Do we want to introduce any other of Angel's, people that he would know, such as family, or do we
Hmm.
want to save that for later?
No, I think we could probably introduce another character that you guys might like to know is Guardian. Guardian is his only father figure that he has in his life. Guardian's wife died. And uh so Guardian has been taking care of Angel, and really Angel has lived a pretty good life. He does suffer from a lot of bullying and such cuz you know what? It's kids. It's just being them. And it Angel is like a really nice kid. He's literally at this
He's
point in the story extremely innocent because Guardian
he's
didn't
your
really want to
sparrow.
introduce him
If
to
if
things.
if you were to meet a just a regular Catholic boy, you would probably get Angel, with also a few other aspects about Angel, but
He's like
uh,
tech smart, book smart, but fudge can he
nowhere
not
near street,
understand jokes?
nowhere near street smart.
Nowhere near street smart. He can't understand jokes. He doesn't understand. He is such a innocent boy. It's kind of adorable in that sense.
Sometimes it can be um, annoying, and you'll read. All Lemon, do you want to briefly talk about your character as it will be in the first arc?
Yeah.
Mine is L. They're a hyper intelligent sociopath with a god complex. They're kind of like a contrast to Angel's lack of common sense and a contrast to Angel's heterosexuality.
They're best friends. Don't worry about it. They become best friends.
We also punch each other in the face a lot of times. No, that's a lie.
Oh
Um,
no no no. Oh no, they call themselves the F slur a lot.
no, they do not. what
I'm
what are
joking.
you saying? Oh
No
yeah,
no no
we
no. I'm sorry.
casually drop slurs in this story. No, we do not.
Unless you want an uncensored version where they have no filter, then
And then you can go to the Patreon.
oh yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
If we ever set up a Patreon.
If we ever set up I might have to do that now.
Oh
Um,
fuck.
I guess, I guess, I guess I'll go with my character, who is um one of the seven grand angels. His name is Blumiere Nordain, the grand angel of time. He's this tall, almost 7 foot tall creature with gray skin, sharp, pointy teeth, always in a smile, a monocle sitting just below his left eye, and sharp, lizard like pupils. He's got bright blue eyes. He's usually wearing, well, not usually, he's always wearing a blue trench coat, gray vest, gray pants, dress shoes, and a unique brooch and tie, which you'll see when you first see his design. As it's said, he's time. He embodies time. He is the very reason why time is still alive. Almost 13 billion years old, and he kind of, well, he goes along fixing times and is always punctual, always kind of a not someone you might want to trust immediately, as he is more of an anti-hero and very much will kill you if he gets too annoyed with you.
Yeah. His only best friend is Guardian. That's really it.
Yep. Yep.
And Guardian's kind of like how you say it, that character who's like, Lumiere, you need to calm down.
Nope.
Elle and
You,
Blumiere get along for a reason, and
oh
that is
my,
why.
yeah,
Oh
Elle
yes,
and Blumiere. There's a lot of Elle and Blumiere coming up if you were to read
yeah.
um
When we
coming
do
up.
come up with it, Ellen Blumiere are like so alike in so many ways that it's kind of
Blumi,
scary.
Blumiere is also like once you get to know him, or once like he gets eccentric and then he gets witty, and he has some. There, we've had to stop role playing because we were just laughing at what Blumiere was saying.
Yes. Uh,
Plenty
and
of
don't
that.
worry,
Plenty of
don't
that.
worry. This
I'll react.
series is, yes, it's gonna get dark and so it's gonna start all. I want it to start all, happy,
It's
goofy. It's gonna be
yeah.
dark. It's gonna get dark,
It
but
it
it's
gets
gonna be
dark.
funny.
It doesn't get dark quickly. It turns dark progressively
Yeah,
as um as more and more things come up in the story.
yeah. But it's still
And
gonna be technically a comedy. It's gonna be kind of like Red versus Blue, where it got darker in the story, but it had some really, really good moments. This is it.
or such as a comparison to Avengers, where they still have humor, but they have very dark
Hmm. Or One
aspects.
Piece. One Piece.
Or if we're going with animes, we could also go with One Piece, like you said, or Full Metal Alchemist.
Hmm. Still, I have to say it. It's gonna still be pretty funny, even during its darkest parts of the arcs or its darkest arcs. It's gonna be funny as hell. Cause you know what? We're comedy people. We love to laugh, and we can be all serious, but when there's nothing to be serious about, we become stupid.
You mean serious? We have 30 takes of me doing the intro.
Yes, that'll come out in bloopers. I'll probably release the
Oh
bloopers.
dear
Probably
God.
like two
Bloopers are
months.
gonna be longer than the actual podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
this episode is half of the file of the podcast. The rest of it is bloopers, right? It's like a 600 gigabyte file. This is like one. The rest of it is bloopers.
Oh yeah, I have the whole file saved, and I will release those bloopers sometime soon if you guys want.
I hope to God it's at my funeral. So, speaking
I
of,
will
yeah, well,
play the
I mean,
drop of your
what was that?
of the drop of your coffin.
Oh yeah. Yep, do that. Do that. I don't care. I'll be dead.
I will.
Um, we could go into a brief first description of the arc just to kind of catch your attention and just kind of go along with our current talking points,
Hmm.
that we don't have.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give details. So Angel, school kid, still goes to school. He's 17. Uh, every morning he gets his ass kicked by Guardian for sleeping late.
It's just stereotypical teenager. It's not that Guardian is an asshole and likes to beat the shit out of his kids. Um, it's just that his kid isn't waking up on time.
Yeah, Guardian is actually a really good guy.
He's very
He
good.
has to discipline Angel. He's been training Angel for years, and so he wants Angel to literally be at his best at all times, or else that happens where Guardian literally goes down and goes bah! Right there.
You cut out on that little bit.
Oh yeah, where he goes bah, like right down, hits Angel. Everyone's gonna think it was abuse, but for him, it's love.
It's tough loving. It's tough loving.
Yeah.
Um, if you want to get into more, we can
Mm,
keep going.
so as it is, normal school day. It's really gonna be normal school day as usual. Angel talking to what very few friends he has, which is only one person. Can we say him?
His mom, Angel, actually.
Angel doesn't
Yeah,
have a mom.
it's going to be our it's going to be the friend, Jason, and possibly Elle. We're probably gonna have to work on the writing there,
Oh
but
yeah, I think else. Yeah, we're gonna have to work on the writing there because we kind of did the beginning bad. But Yeah, Jason talks to his only friend, Jason, and you know what? They go do school stuff and such. It's
And
really it for the first
uh,
episode.
yeah, yeah, but it does get stranger as they go along.
hmm This arc, I think could. I think we're probably gonna make it longer because it was initially very short. So we're probably
It
gonna
was
make
the
it longer, add more story, add more
Yeah.
detail, and so it's gonna be split into multiple episodes, as you see, and it's gonna get weird. There's gonna be a lot of people that show up, but it's funny.
So when he says episodes, um, we are going to be releasing this on Webtoon, and Webtoon, instead of a comic panel or page, they call it episodes. So yeah, we're not that skilled to animate just quite yet.
Yeah. If we do get to animation, I think we could trust Lemon here.
Lemo,
Not actually that good at animation though.
lemo,
You're actually not that good.
lemo,
No, I'm not very good.
Oh,
lemo,
we're still gonna make you do the animation.
lemo. You're still gonna do it. Yeah, you signed the
You have no
contract.
choice.
You made
You
the
signed the
blood to
contract.
it. You,
I can
you,
animate, but I also can't animate.
I can
Okay.
animate. You don't understand. I can animate, but I also can't.
Yeah, I think Lemon needs to go on a training arc to improve his animation, improve their animation.
Lemon needs to hike to the top of Mount Sinai and meditate for 2,000 years.
32 seconds. Deep journey.
Oh, excuse me, sorry.
Anyway, that concludes our very first episode. Once again, I am the announcer,
I am
this
the Tater,
I
Potato
am
Talk,
the lemon.
and we are the
and
three writers of
we are
Multiverse.
we
Also,
are the
some
shits.
announcements. First, we are now
Yep.
entering. I think one of my arcs that I'm creating. It's called Valley of Gods. That's what I'm gonna
Valley
call
of
it. Sorry,
Gods.
sorry for the pause.
But
I was thinking for a
but
minute.
however, you guys won't be there for the next while.
You guys won't be there for a while, so you.
As for other announcements, we are me, Tater, and one of the other used to be writers, Dripstinct, are maybe him if he gets a new mouse, and maybe Lemon are going to be doing just gaming videos. So keep an eye on uh, Potato's channel for that. Any further updates?
Mhm. Also, we now have a Discord. If you guys want to join, talk with us, we will probably be on that new Discord. It's our public Discord. It's also where I'm gonna post where my videos will show up if you guys want to get updated on them. But yeah,
We will
that'll be
put
it for it,
link.
guys.
We will put a link to the Discord in the description below. I
Mhm.
guess wherever this is being posted. I have no idea. I just got
Yeah,
told
it's
to
being
do this.
posted to YouTube.
He's
Don't
holding me
worry.
against my will.
I'm
Please
probably
help.
gonna
Please,
schedule.
please.
Oh no! Oh, he
No.
left. He left. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, this podcast, and I'll see you guys later. Shit, I said that twice. Fuck.
There's a point where
Gotta
you
do it
just
all
stop
over
recording.
again just because that.
I'm not doing this over again. Bye.